Hello, my name is Christy Godwin, and I'm a psychic medium. I'm here today with my fellow psychic medium, Marie Hamm, and not only is she a psychic medium, she is a killer web designer, and what I appreciated so much, a branding expert. Thank you so much for being with me today, Marie.
Oh, thank you, Christy. It's a joy.
Now, part of the reason why I'm doing this video today is because when I started my business, and Marie frequently teases me about this, she says I should charge by the spirit because, bringing through 8, 10 spirits, no big deal. When I started my business, big deal. And that part can kind of overwhelm people, and that's where Marie stepped in. So how did we meet, Marie? You want to say a little bit about that?
Well, we both studied with Lisa Williams, who we both love. She's a phenomenal teacher. And I have done graphics, web design, and social media branding concept for years, more years than I should want to say. But and then blending it with the psychic part and the intuitive part has been a joy because I get to do two things I love at once. Help
Absolutely.
people.
And so we had met through a couple of classes. And then when you're on this journey of becoming a medium, you practice a lot. So I had practiced with Marie, and I knew that she did this. Not only was she a psychic medium, but she also did the branding and developed websites and those things. And I did not intend to turn this into a business, but I always said I would follow spirit's leading. And so it became obvious, quite obvious, that it was going to be turned into a business. So I'm frantically messaging Marie, can you talk? Can you talk? Can you talk? I don't know, do you even remember that being frantic, or was to you it's just like another message?
It was another message, but I could feel the intensity behind it because I think it was a momentous movement for you,
Yes.
into, what you should be doing.
And I, even though it was one of those signs that was just so obvious and spirit could not have told me more blatantly to start this business, I was still questioning it. And so I'm calling Marie. I said, well, feel into it intuitively, Marie. What do you feel? What do you feel? And she's like, really? You're asking me this? You know the answer. And so she proceeded to very quickly, I might say, get my website together. And all I had to do was take my pictures. It was very professional, not of my daughter with her cell phone, taking pictures, and Marie on the other end saying, okay, put this color on and put this color on and try to stand here and try to stand here. Very creative. I did not know how she was going to make those pictures that I sent her work. They turned out beautiful.
Thank you.
And something else she did, which I so appreciated in her, is that because you are intuitive and you're psychic, you can feel into people's energy and kind of feel where their business is going to work best.
Right. And I went talking with people here, listening to what people will just share really what their heart is when you're talking to them in these kind of meetings, and listening and putting that pen to paper, so to speak, or website is one of the things I work to achieve. I want it to be representative of the client's message and get it
Yes.
across positively, energetically, and succinctly, in a creative way too. I'm very good at it. So
I will say that you did that so perfectly because you knew, after talking to me, you asked me some questions, and you knew what my goal was. It wasn't just about the business. It wasn't just about being a huge medium or any of that. And you developed a tagline for me, which just summed up my business so perfectly. And it was healing one heart at a time. Because after talking to me, and I didn't even realize that, but it was about healing for me because mediumship work is so healing to other people when you hear and get messages from the other side. And so you gave me a proposal. And also, what I appreciate about Marie is she would have done as much or as little as I wanted. So you gave me a proposal that had, the website, Facebook, Instagram, and some other things on there. You would have taken it as far or done as little. So if you're working with a budget, whatever your budget is, you'll say, okay, these are the main things that you have to start this business. And, this is what we can do.
right. It's nice to give someone a step-by-step procedure, so to speak. Like if you want to do this, we can do it this way and get this out. If you want to do it in different steps, here's the best way to do that. So it's nice to be able to communicate that to the client and get that, get their purpose achieved in the best way possible.
Yes. And Marie saw that in me, but I have a master's in business, so I'm familiar with business, but more brick and mortar businesses. This, not the building websites and Instagram and all of these things, and how do you market on social media, which you also gave me some pointers, and something Marie did, which we'd have some discussions, and I could tell when she really felt something was going to be right for me. And I would pretty much give her the lead on that. And one of it was putting my face front and center on my webpage. And which has actually worked out well, which she knew it would. It has been a great branding tool because people can feel my energy. And I get that a lot when people communicate with me or have readings with them and they have booked. They'll say that they could just feel my energy coming off of my picture on my webpage, which I don't know if you remember that discussion we had over that, Marie.
With me saying, no, it's what you should do. It's going to look great. And you're going, wait, no, my picture on right there.
Right. I said, but it's just so big. My face is just right there. And then also Marie was the one who suggested me to start doing videos, which I was a little bit hesitant to do, but
I'm not laughing right now. I'm holding it in.
right. I know you are right. You are right.
Blogging. Yes. But you're doing great. I mean,
They have worked out well, and they're a great way to communicate your message and your energy. And Marie had said it several times before I actually did it. And I so appreciate that. And she will do that. She would, if I would be overwhelmed, you could tell she would drop a little seed and then she'd back off. And then I would come back with it later. Like after it had sunk in, someone was like, okay, how do we implement this? What are we going to do? And I don't want people to think that you're limited to psychic medium businesses, because I've seen other work that you have done, which was phenomenal. You want to talk a little bit about some of those?
Well, I did. I published a magazine, designed and published a magazine for 13 years locally. And I loved that. It was about that. I called it the heart and soul of the community. So heart and soul has always been important to me. I did that. And since then, I have been doing smaller websites, what I call smaller websites, and social media branding, newsletters, and things like that. Some for nonprofits and some for businesses. My clients range from attorneys to rescue groups to nonprofits trying to change the world. So I've been lucky to get to work with heart projects and more. So getting to work with psychic mediums can be very good, but everything has its challenges, and it's a little bit more in the air what we do, so it's but I love what I do and be able to connect with the people that I work with and provide their viewpoint. Is their message is the most important thing.
And that's a good point, because when you're building, I've seen some of the beautiful work you've done, and I've seen where you've designed where people were selling products, which is extremely different than you're selling this metaphysical world, the mediumship, because you're selling a message and not a product. And so I really thought how beautifully Marie has been able to do that, whether it was a product where you're selling a purse or whatever the item is that you're selling, or you're selling a concept of mediumship and what that can do and bring. And so even recently, I've come back to her and had her do some work for me. And when I had her come, could I have done some of the work that I've had her do? Maybe. But it's also about time. Like, where is my time best spent? There's only so many hours in the day. And, we're busy people. So if I can have Marie do some of that, and I do want to show a picture because I have to laugh when I was asking her, how did you do this, Marie? And she was explaining to me how she did it. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. It was this picture here.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Okay, so for the people that see how beautiful that is, she just did a great job. how this original picture was is I was sitting on a table with a clock and all kinds of stuff behind me. So Marie takes that and turns it into this beautiful picture so that now I can add verbiage here if I want. And she did that to several of them. Oh, this is the clock. I was sitting in front of that. So she was able to take me out of that. And can some people do that? Yes. But how time consuming is it? Is it worth your time to do that? Sometimes.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say also it's seeing how it should be presented. It's not just being able to do the technical aspect of it. It's having the sight, because I'm very visual, to see where that's going to look best, how that's going to impact, and keep consistent branding. I've got your talking spirits. I've got, the healing one heart at a time. So it's you, your face, your brand, your taglines. Sorry, I get into it when I start talking about it. So.
Yes, no, I love that. When Marie is so consistent about the branding of it, so that when I do these posts, when you see it come up, it's going to feel enough like my other posts that you're going to recognize. Oh yeah, that's Christy. That's Christy Godwin. I recognize her. And I also have to show this one because it has my puppy.
LeBeau.
And so I love how she did that because, again, this is going to actually end up advertising how I can bring through your animals that have passed. But, the branding is still here. You're going to see this and it looks enough like my other ones that you see it and you're going to know, oh, that's Christy Godwin's post, and because you do, when you have a business, the more you are on someone's social media, the more they recognize you and feel more comfortable.
Right. And there's a lot of competition for the visual aspects of social media. So having something that presents impact wise and heart wise to me is important, because those to me impact visually and they impact heart wise. And the messages and the copy. A lot of people think, okay, I've got a website, I've got a Facebook page. And then there's crickets. They don't know, you have listened, and I must say done really great, doing videos, blogging, keeping that energy going, because it is work. It's not just put it out there and do that. You got to keep it rolling, keep those things going, keep people interested.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking I had forgotten, I haven't had this business a really long time. I mean, I have done it for a while, but I just wasn't planning on turning it into a business. So Marie just had my head spinning with what, now here you can blog. She was walking me through my website that she had built for me. You can blog here. Here's where they book. But yeah, I was like, and then she's also very encouraging. She'll send me a little note off and on. I saw your blog, nice job. Or just to let me know that I'm doing well in those areas. And speaking of my website, I did want to say that Marie's follow-up also was excellent. Even we had finished, she had contractually done everything she was supposed to do. Everything was working fabulously. And then a glitch developed later. And it wasn't her glitch. It was a glitch on the platform in which my website was built. But she was, able to help me contact the platform it was built on and help me work through that. So I appreciated that also, that not only was my website built timely, which she did not have a lot of time because something was going on I had to have it built for. And she even helped me later with the follow-up. So I do appreciate your technical help on that.
My pleasure.
So also, I want to just highlight to people, as I said, I have a master's in business, so the business world is not unfamiliar to me, but what I really felt like Marie brought to the table was, because she's had her own business or run a business before, you understand that part of it. But then you also are this creative genius that comes up with these ideas and things that I just couldn't. I mean, we all have our strengths. I know what mine are. As I said, Marie will tease me because she'll be waiting for me to call her. I'll be running late because I'm doing a reading that's running behind. She'll be like, "How many did you bring through this time? You really should start charging by the spirit." So those are my strengths. This creative thing, it's just not my strength. I can do some of it, especially with Marie's help and Christy. So you might want to write a blog on this. So when I'm kind of pushing that direction, I can pick it up and go. But these I can't come up with this. And I have done some of these on my own. They, no.
That's funny.
Yeah, they were okay, but they just didn't have that professional feel and that branding that is just carried through. And Marie was so sweet in how she mentioned that to me. And I knew she was right.
I try to be gentle, you know.
You were very gentle. There have been times now, Marie and I have known one another long enough. She will sometimes say, Christy, just do it. No, I'm done being gentle. Just do it. And when she says that, I do. I'm good at going directions. But that branding is so important. And if you've ever run a business or been involved in a business, branding is so important. It's kind of, I always think of the Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see that swoosh, that check mark, you know it's Nike.
Right. And it's also the brand, I call it, one of my things is brand resonance and again, it's energetic. It's like your branding is energy, and what people pick up from that is what, what you give them. So I think that's very important, because people think, oh, branding, but then it's like, how does that make you feel when you see that?
Yes. Yeah.
What does that represent to you? So
That
that's what I think of when I create the posts, when I'm creating social media or the websites and whatnot and logos.
I think that's a beautiful point, because the things that I had created, I mean, they were okay. Well, they kind of, the verbiage I put on them was good. But they just didn't have the same energy. And it has to do with carrying that ending and energy through to all these other aspects of your business, which I just so appreciated. So, Marie, if people want to contact you, what is a good way for them to contact you?
Well, my email is mariehamdesign@gmail.com. Excuse me. And I have a Facebook page, Marie Hamm Design Concept and Design. I am working on a website for myself, but I'm trying to get my psychic medium one done first, and then I'm working on that one. Luckily, a lot of people have just been contacting me, that know me or I've done work for before, and referrals. So I would say the cobbler has no shoes when it comes to my own website.
It's true.
You know,
Like my friends who have husbands that are carpenters or contractors, their houses are the last ones to get done, because there's only so many hours in the day, and you are working for these other people and doing their things. So I would like to just again say just how pleased I am and happy I am with just how much Marie has helped me in my business. And I never could have done it. I never could have done this without her. I called her, was completely stressed over the fact that I knew I was being led to start this business. I knew it. Though I was giving a little bit of pushback on it. And Marie also talked to me over that hump. She's just like, really? What do you want them to do? Send you a memo? Yeah, a memo would be good from my spirits. From the other side, send me a memo. But they just dropped this opportunity in my lap. Marie helped me just get it kicked off. And then with any business, whatever, you have lay this foundation, and then you always, you're upping it. There's things you have to change. There's new avenues that you can explore. And Marie just has been so wonderful about helping me when I want to go in a direction. I want to start doing videos. She kind of gave me some hints on how to do those. Or she'd watch a couple of them, and she'd message me, okay, next time you do a video, think about doing this, wearing this color, putting this in the background, whatever it is. So it's not like she just does this for you and says goodbye. She's always there to help you out. And then later, I'm just so happy with these that she's done for me. They're just so cute. What you have seen the original pictures this poor lady got. I just didn't even know what she was going to do with them. The wind was blowing out. So some of them were taken outside and the wind was blowing. So I was holding my hair down and putting my head and smiling while my daughter took the picture real quick. And so Marie was able to take out some of the hair that was flying around. And
wonders of Photoshop.
yes. Now she says that because she is a Photoshop guru. I, on the other hand, am not. And frankly, I'm not interested in becoming a Photoshop guru because there's so many other things that I'm more interested in. So I appreciate her creative endeavors on my end. Thank you again, Marie, for all your help, and so appreciative of what you've done for my business. And
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this. This is so sweet of you.
sure, continue. I'm sure you'll see Marie and I doing other things together.
Psychic sisters.
Yes, that's right. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you have any questions, please give me an email at christygodwin111@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Y'all have a great day.
Love and light. Take care.